Hello there guys and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 3 hero concept video. Today we come to a conclusion for the Mandalorian themed content that I once spoke about in my update concept video back in January, which means that today I'll be going over a hero concept for Moff Gideon. If you haven't seen any of the other concept videos yet, then I'll leave a link to the playlist that they're in the description below. Before getting into it though, I just want to ask, do you want me to carry on making update concepts, then from those concepts doing reinforcement and hero concepts themed around that before moving on to another one? Or do you want me to do random things with the concept? So one day I could do a Fallen Order update concept, then a week later do a reinforcement concept on a Geonosian reinforcement, so something completely different. Personally, I think it makes more sense to do it around the same thing, but I've had a few requests for random stuff, so let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. And if you do enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe to the channel with the notifications turned on if you haven't done so already, so that you don't miss out on any more videos. As always with these videos, there are three sections to it. Firstly, I'll go over some information about the character, then I'll dive into the abilities that they could have, and finally I'll wrap it up with any potential skins. Moff Gideon served as an officer in the Imperial Security Bureau, or ISB for short. By the time we meet him in The Mandalorian, he's acquired the famous Darksaber and had become a Moff, a rank held in the Empire by sector governors. They then took charge of their sector group, so military and intelligence personnel. During Gideon's time as a Moff, he led a group of Imperial remnant forces in the search of Grogu, a small being that would serve as a high-value asset to the Empire. With Grogu being strong with the Force, the Empire sought to get a blood sample from him so that they could be used for experiments. What these experiments are we don't know for sure, but it seems likely that it could be related to Snoke and bringing the Emperor back from the dead. In a rescue mission to get back Grogu, Gideon lost in a fight against Din Djarin and therefore had to give away the Darksaber to him. He was then captured, and that's where we end things until Season 3. Moving on to the abilities now, I'll admit I did struggle with these ones a little bit, as we haven't really seen too much of Gideon, but I'll be interested to see what you guys think. Firstly, his default weapon would be his blaster pistol. Now I'm not entirely sure whether there's actually a name for this yet, as I couldn't find anything on it, but for his first ability I would love to see him be able to switch from his pistol to the Darksaber. This would therefore turn him from a blaster hero to a saber hero, which I think would be awesome. If you watched my Din Djarin hero concept, then you'll remember that I wanted to see this ability for him as well, but instead of it being the Darksaber, it would be the Beskar staff. I think it would be really cool to see something like this, as the two characters would essentially oppose each other really well, as they'd essentially share the same ability. For these next two abilities, this is where I really began to struggle. As he's a Moff and therefore leading the group, I thought it'd be good to give him two passive abilities that complement his surrounding troopers. The first of which I'd call Long Live the Empire, which would increase damage resistance for a short period of time within a certain radius. I think this is fitting for Gideon, as this line is repeated several times in the series and shows Gideon's no-nonsense approach to the fight. The second passive ability would grant all nearby allies an unlimited cooldown on their blasters for a short period of time, once again showing Gideon's no-nonsense approach, and it also allows troopers to play a little bit more aggressively to get the upper hand in battle. The more I think about it, the happier I am with these abilities, but I definitely think there could be some better ones. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments as to what abilities you think Moff Gideon could have. As for the skins, I don't really think you could have any. His standard appearance would obviously be this outfit here, and as there's a cape, you could perhaps have a cape plus one as well, but I don't really think that should be a priority, and to be honest, the cape is really cool anyway, so I know I'd stick with that option. So guys, that is it from me today. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this hero concept for Moff Gideon, and let me know what you thought overall about my Mandalorian themed concept mini-series. I guess you could call it that, but that is it from me though. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the Force be with you always.